You ever notice those fitness guys, like every so often, not really once a week, but maybe like once or twice a month, they'll have what they call a cheat day, where they just kind of let loose, eat whatever they want, just enjoy themselves, right? Well, today, for the channel, this is my cheat day. Oh, hi there. My name's Jorge. I grew up in the 80s, and I used to love getting into trouble. I have always been a friend of felines. I take my faith very seriously, attending college at a Christian school, and I've been a music fan my entire life. Recently finding out I really like extreme metal, and I want to invite you to journey with me on my discovery of extreme metal. What is up, folks? Welcome back to A Christian Collects Death Metal. It's your pal Jorge here, back at you with another video. Thanks for stopping by, and once again, welcome back. My friends, today we will be going over 5 of my favorite picture discs. Picture disc is one of them things where, you know, I hear people really enjoy these, just the novelty of them, but I think they go beyond novelty and into just something different that we'll discuss. But anyway, and there are other people who absolutely love them, like me. I just love the appeal of them. So this isn't really a top 5 list. I've just picked out 5 picture discs that I really enjoy. I think they look really cool. Without further ado, let's get there. You can tell it's kind of like my cheat day, sort of like less formal. This isn't a formal channel anyway, but I got my previous listening from last night still up here. Haven't cleaned anything up. Necrotic demos. We got Surgical Disembowelment from Dead Infection. Great debut. Obviously, of course, the old Piss Grave. It's funny because that Piss Grave video that I made, you know, it got a little bit of traction. We're almost at 2K. Thank you for everybody who watched that. So I was listening to Undergang last night as well, which is still laying around. Till Doden O'Skiller. Butchered that all the way around, I think. This is the 2016 reissue from ERP. So the first one is from beloved Darkthrone. This is their 16th studio album. Came out in 2016. Arctic Thunder. This is one of my favorite albums of theirs. They have moved away from black metal by this point, as you're all aware of. And man, it's just death doom type sounding. There are still that, like, some Darkthrone black metal staples, like the Nocturno's vocal display, and also the production too. It just has that Darkthrone feel to it. I'm trying to gently remove this from its sleeve. What I like about this picture disc is it's super minimal. I'm a huge fan of minimalism, minimalistic art, what have you. I'm trying to situate myself in such a way as to, you know, not get this glare all over the album, as I have in previous videos. Super cool B-side with the forest right there. And yeah, it's kind of hard to pick up actually on camera, and if I'm being honest, it's not really that easy to see in real life because it's just so dark, the front cover. But what you have here, obviously the Darkthrone logo, you have forest in the background, and then off to the side you have a little fire going on. But it's not a typical picture disc presentation. Well, I don't know. I guess you do see this with some. Peaceville, right? I got the hype sticker. I always cut the hype sticker out with the plastic, and I put it in, usually on the back side. You got the 2 lads there, as Jeff Mendicant Media would say, looking tough, looking menacing right there. This was actually recorded in the same locale as Blaze in the Northern Sky and also Under a Funeral Moon. So 16 albums later, and yeah, they're sort of, I guess, went back to their roots to some extent as far as recording goes. And yeah, I appreciate that. I like that. That's a nice little fact, a fun fact that I like about this album. Next favorite picture disc, we have an oldie but a goodie. I love this album so much, and the picture disc just is so cool, man. We have Euthanasia by Megadeth. This is what it comes in, just the sleeve. There's no cardboard, anything, and I think that's how picture discs should be. I guess it's kind of cool if you have like the cardboard, whatever, with like Darkthrone, right? That's what it looks like. That's okay. But when you have the original cardboard sleeve, which some picture discs do, and I want to show you one on the, later on in this list, I don't like that because it obstructs the beauty of the picture disc. I want to be able to look at it and see, you know, how cool it is, what have you. I'm going to try to very gently take this out, but you can see you got the track listing right there on the front. This is a reissue. You know, it's not an old one. I think they did have an older picture disc. This is a newer one. And it is just so cool. I was such a fan of this album to begin with. A lot of people say, you know, Rust in Peace is the one that's everybody's favorite. Then Peace Sells. You know, you have those old ones. But when it comes to their equivalent of the Black Album, people always point to Countdown to Extinction. This is my Countdown to Extinction. As far as like they've moved sort of mainstream, right? But it's still very thrashy, super thrashy. I like this better than Metallica's Black Album. I remember the first time I was exposed to this cover back in the day in high school. It probably would have been 1999. I graduated in 01. I'm so old. But one of the metal guys was wearing this shirt, and I just thought, oh man, dude, it just looks so gnarly, right? The old lady hanging up the babies on the clothesline that just seems to go on forever. Super gnarly back then and today as well. You have Vic there on the B side with a child in his arms. Super menacing. Love this album so much. It is, I don't know that I would give it a 10 out of 10, but it's a dang fine album for sure. We have some gore grind from the 90s coming in. I don't even know if I could show this. I may have to blur it out, unfortunately. This is, I'm going to start out kind of soft here. I'll probably have to blur out the face. This is Chapter of Accidents. This came out in 1994, I think. This is a modern pressing, right? And I don't even know who did this. Dissonant Tapes or maybe Hell's Headbangers or Grindfather. Hold on. Grindfather. So that explains it. For passion, not fashion. I could definitely show the back of it. These are my favorite types of picture disc where it has the album cover on the front. Super nasty. And then it has the track listing with a photo of the guys, usually the back of the album on the B side. That's what I like the most. That is the proper presentation for a picture disc, in my opinion, because it's just everything in one package right there, one wrapped up in a bow and all that. So classic gore grind. You can't go wrong with this. It is so much fun. Side A being my favorite. These are short songs, right? But on side B, they have some live stuff that they do that's really cool to listen to. It just superb gore grind. Coming in next, we have some modern, raw, black metal. And Ozzy doing some justice for this genre. Beloved by all. Kommodus, well, you know, he definitely has a huge following. And Imperial Sun Rises. I think this is actually a demo. It's so funny, he has all these demos that are the equivalent of full-length albums. You know, this is where I love the picture disc so much, and we're going to get to that, but you could see it's completely hidden away, right? You have the original, you know, album cover. You have, yeah, it's just the album, and then the picture disc in this sleeve. Right, and granted, it's in a nice sleeve. It has the, I don't know what you call it, plastic sleeve. But yeah, it's completely obstructed. I can't see it at all. You can't see it at all until you actually pull the thing up out of there. And then you have these characters from some, I assume, older kung fu movie. I don't know what film this is from. Let me know in the comments. This is actually side A right here. And then we have side B. I love this so much. It is so cool. The thing about Kommodus that he employs is a lot of, you know, Japanese culture, but with like Western style intros. It's so weird and it's so enjoyable. I love this so much. Let's talk about though the cover, because I cannot stand obi strips. I get it, right? I mean, there are only 100 of these in existence, by the way. I don't know if they plan to do any more up as far as reissue, but I cannot see the track listing. I can't see side B track listing. I know what the songs are, but I like to be able to look on the back of a record and see the back cover. I don't care about this strip. I do not. I don't know why people decide to do this. I know that it's a Japanese thing or whatever. You know, of course, they got to let you know the genre at the bottom of it, which is black metal, but I'd much rather not have these. It's not that not that I really hate them, I just really don't like them. Here's an example of a newer American obi strip. This is Haslig from Sentient Ruin with Apex Predator. This came in one of my albums of the year, 2024. But yeah, this obi strip, I don't know why they decided to do that. This is, I guess, the American equivalent of that. I just much rather that these things not be on albums. It doesn't, you know, affect the track listing here, but it just, I'd rather these things not be on here. So, and coming in at number 1, this is honestly my favorite picture disc in my collection. Not only my favorite picture disc, my favorite album from these guys. I love this better than Starspawn, Hidden History, Absolute, else, all of them. I love this. This is my favorite from them, and it's just an EP. Interdimensional Extinction, Blood Incantation. You see that they have the cardboard going on, but it's not the type that it obstructs the picture disc. We got it right here. We're going to pull it out. This is so cool. I love this so much. Side B looks just incredible. Everything that I like about picture disc. You have the front, and of course, super minimalist right there. What a great, one of my favorite album covers probably of all time. Absolutely love that. Saturn with the ring and the skulls floating about and the space debris. Absolutely love it. And it only shows you half of Saturn, by the way. I appreciate that so much. I love that so much. And the back is just as cool, because this is the back of the album. It shows the guys there looking menacing. It's got the track listing. Incredible album. This is one-sided, by the way. It's just an EP. As far as the cardboard and stuff, they do, you know, they give you this, right? And it's got the cutout so you can see the actual picture disc when it's in there. And it also comes with, you know, the lyric sheet, I guess you call it. Cool artwork on the back. This is a classic for a reason. I don't know anybody who doesn't like this one from theirs. You know, people will talk about Time Wave and even the new album and stuff, but I never hear anything bad about Interdimensional Extinction. That's my favorite. Alright guys, there you have it. Those are 5 of my favorite picture disc albums. Let me know in the comments exactly what you think. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know some of your favorite picture discs. I always have trouble saying that word. I don't know why. Picture discs. Jorge, a Christian who collects death metal, signing off. Be blessed.